My teaching practice. A language is the association of a form, syntax, a grammar, or phonetic system, and a content, a meaning, a vision, cultural characteristics, which mean that I am a teacher of a language culture and that my students discover, observe, and learn a language culture. A foreign language course must therefore be supported by content, culturally marked documents, with the aim of observing, studying, and practicing this target language. Using the words of Saussure, I can say that to learn a foreign language is to discover a signified while studying its signifier. I always choose in my courses content that my students will appreciate, content that will appeal to them, interest them, and help them to immerse themselves in the French language and culture. It is this immersion that will allow them, little by little, to better hear and understand this foreign language. The students have to listen to the audio documents, listen again, practice, observe, compare. In each of my courses, we always start from a global understanding of the theme addressed by the chosen document. Then, little by little, we go towards a finer and more detailed understanding of this document to finally arrive at an observation and a study of the French language for itself. The content meaning will have helped us, me, a teacher, to highlight the very identity of the language, them, students, to better hear, understand, and master this language. For each course, I usually proceed as follows. Note, a language is a kind of piece of music, so I usually highlight the audio documents. A lesson of 7 steps, anticipation, an introductory moment where the teacher and students go over the topics of document, and a kind of brainstorming. 2, oral understanding, listening 1, global understanding with open question, listening 2, detailed understanding with multiple choice questionnaire. 3, written understanding, listening 3, and reading 1, vocabulary exercises. During these 3 stages, students are asked and encouraged to answer open and closed questions concerning the document studied. They can also address each other and the teacher, comparing and debating their own understanding of this audio document and its transcription. During this time, they call on their active and passive knowledge to express themselves. For grammatical observation, a linguistic object is identified and observed through questions and exercises. 5, systematic learning of grammatical points, references to grammatical exercises from the FLE books and FLE website. 6, re-listening and phonetic help. 7, expression, presentation of oral and written expression exercises covering topics seen in the documents. During these last 4 stages, the students are led to observe new linguistic objects and little by little, by becoming familiar with them, to integrate them and appropriate them. It will take them some time for this passive knowledge, I observe, I recognize a linguistic object, to become active. I make this object my own and use it without any difficulty. These 4 steps are therefore essential because they help students to progress and move from one level to another. Finally, I end by insisting on the fact that during the 7 stages, the students are in continuous interaction with me and or with each other. And it is this active pedagogical approach that allows them to take charge of their learning of the French culture language little by little. I also designed the SoFrench class website in order to support them in this process of autonomy. In class, they are guided by the 7 steps and by myself, and after class, they can, on their own, confront themselves with French language documents. These are accompanied by comprehension questionnaires, exercises in auditory discrimination, vocabulary, grammar, etc. My teaching practice. A language is the association of a form.